Hello, David Zritzi for the Bond Experience. Welcome back. Now, you've seen us do a Defender video with an amazing experience from the Netherlands, but we've got one right here, and we've got it live thanks to this gentleman right here. Mr. Olson, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too.
You are from Land Rover, aren't you?
Yeah, Jaguar Land Rover Princeton. We're right in Princeton. And yeah, we just took on Jaguar. We're just getting in the Defenders, so it's an exciting time at the dealership.
So, how much of an expert are you with this vehicle?
I know it pretty well. We've been pretty well trained on it, so feel free to ask away.
By the way, I love the experience that Land Rover has created. I spoke to them on the phone not too long ago. I said, we've got a couple people over the house. Can you get me something as close to what's in the movie? And you went bang on. You even got the right color.
I know. It's amazing because these have literally been flying off the lot. We can hardly keep them in stock, so it was a bit difficult to get a black one, but I secured it.
And how many times did you flip this on the way here?
About 3 or 4 times. I mean, it's a testament to how good our paint is and sheet metal.
It's so shiny. All right, so here's the thing. We've seen this in the movie, in the trailer. I mean, these things literally go flying into the air. Is that CGI, or can these things really take off?
So now they did actually use Defenders in the film for that, and I believe that those are actual real stunts. We don't recommend that our owners do that, but it also does show that they've put a lot of thought and engineering into this chassis. It's actually the stiffest Land Rover to date. It's been engineered to be as strong and as tough as Defenders of old. I mean, actually a lot tougher and a lot stronger than Defenders of old. It's extremely rugged.
It's amazing. And by the way, it's a beast. What you didn't encounter is, and we'll start the engine later, but when you pulled up, some of the house was shaking.
Yeah.
And my Aston has a beastie engine, but this thing literally has like a Richter scale. So, I mean, tell us about the engine.
So actually, believe it or not, it's a 3-liter inline 6. But
what that means.
So this is a V8.
Okay.
That only has 6
juice.
cylinders, but it's plenty powerful. It has around, I think it's almost 400 horsepower. And it's a mild hybrid, so it's basically an electronic
Actually
supercomputer on it.
not as
And
easy
it's
sounding. I mean, it sounded
as
like
powerful
really,
as the V8,
I think when he was
a lot more
revving it
powerful
before.
than the engine that was ever put in the Defender. So it sounds great. It's great on gas, and it's an awesome engine.
So that's important because I talked to my wife, and we spoke about possibly me getting one of these by trading in some of my other cars. But she said, what a gas guzzler. But this is not a gas guzzler, is it?
No, not at all. And there's a 2-liter 4-cylinder available as well.
What?
Yes.
That's nearly a Tesla.
I
What,
don't
not
know
quite?
about that, but there actually is going to be an electric Defender coming out in the future. So,
But it's not going to sound like this.
no, not really.
I want that sound when I turn it on. It's emotional. I want it to be like.
Absolutely. The
right?
part of the Defender experience is that tactile feeling. Like they've made it a lot more kind of rugged, and you get more of a visceral experience than you do from other Land Rovers.
So we've got a very inept cameraman today. His name is Harris Thomas, and we're going to ask him to swing around this way as I give him this compliment. As we take a look at this, can you tell us something about the vehicle?
So one of the most distinctive features about it is the Alpine roof. It has glass panels on the side of the roof like Defenders of old, and basically just brings a little bit more light in conjunction with the panoramic roof. It's a really nice airy cabin inside.
And this I love. I think, is this the Safari window right here? Is that what that is?
So that's just a side graphic the designer put on there to make it a little more distinctive. Behind it is actually a little bit of a storage area within the vehicle. You can't open that.
Okay.
But it's outside. It's purely for style.
And these wheels were made to run over James Bond, but they're more than that. Tell us about the wheels themselves.
So this car actually has the off-road tires fitted. You could get standard ones or these upgraded off-road ones, and there's a wide variety of wheel options. These are one of the bigger sizes, but they've engineered the wheel wells to accept a lot larger tires for people who want to put on aftermarket suspension, bigger tires. So they've thought of every corner of this car.
And by off-road, I mean this vehicle, I think people should know, this can go in through kind of deep water, right?
Yes. So I can't tell you the exact spec of how deep it can go, but most Land Rovers nowadays, you can go right above the
90 centimeters.
No,
It really is, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, you know better than me. Yeah. When it comes to numbers.
No, that's fine. Let's take a look at the back. Swing over this way if we can. Now, some vehicles obviously have a cute little donut. This is not.
No, absolutely. So this is a full-size spare. All Defenders come with it, and this is sort of a Defender hallmark. You can't have a Defender without the spare. So,
Is this open, by the way, right now?
yes, it's unlocked. So feel free to open it up, and there you go.
What? Gifts for me? This is amazing.
Well,
So it has a decent amount of payload.
yes, I don't know the exact payload specification. However, it's rated to be. It can take about. I don't know the exact spec.
That's okay. A lot.
Okay. Yes.
How many bodies can it hold?
I don't know if I don't know if I should say that. As a dealership, I don't know if I should.
The dealership needs to hold up the high
we have
end.
a certain standard.
Exactly, exactly. Let's take a look at some of the inside. Now, this is roomy as anything. How many people does this hold?
So, Defender
Can you get in there?
Defender can actually has 3 different seating capacities.
Mm-hmm.
This one, I don't believe has a 3rd row, so this one can seat 5. You can get a jump seat in the front center, which would make you seat 6.
Wow.
And you can also get a 3rd row, which would bump it up to 8.
I like that it has a hanger in the back. Very handy.
Yes, that's the click and go system.
That's for the Tom Ford suit.
Yes, exactly.
And then the front here, I'll let you get right in there. Tell us about some of the attributes of this.
So if you notice, it actually doesn't have carpeting. It has a rugged rubberized floor, which makes it a lot easier to clean, and it's more reminiscent of Defenders of old, which did not have carpeting. It's designed to be very clean, very straightforward, not too much if you notice, the screen isn't dominating the car.
Right.
It's again, the Defender is more of a visceral kind of old school experience. It's more about the car and the feel and driving it rather than a fancy interior. However, the interior is extremely well designed and appointed. And see what's around you,
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
as if you're standing outside.
Wait, where is that camera?
There's multiple cameras. There's one in the mirror, one in that mirror.
It's absolutely beautiful. So it's a luxury vehicle, but it's also got the rough and tumbleness of something that's off-road.
Absolutely. It's one of the best combinations on the market when it comes to capability and on-road
Now,
alignment.
typical retail price on something like this?
So Defenders start. So the Defender 110, which is this one, they start at $49.
Okay.
This one right here is stickers at $68. They come in the price range varies a lot depending on options, but you can easily get a Defender for $52, $53. That's decently optioned.
And today we have a surprise. Everybody gets a free Defender. No, I'm going to edit that out. I want you to keep your job. That's not happening. I am not Oprah.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I don't know if
no,
you can
bro,
tell.
You can't do that.
I can't tell. There's no keys under your chair. That's terrible. But for what it is in a luxury brand, my gosh, I think it really packs a lot of value.
Exactly. It's a really well thought out vehicle, and they've tried to include as much of the old Defender as possible, but as many modern conveniences as possible as well.
It's amazing. We're going to get a better look at this now. Nolan, thank you so much for showing this.
No problem. My pleasure.
This is like a college prank.
We start coming out like clowns.
All right, so we've got some people that. First of all, is it comfortable, gents?
Oh my gosh.
Actually, it actually is very comfortable.
That console in the middle is
Got the
huge.
smell.
Always feels good, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
nice.
got a very
I've been told
cockpit
I smell
feel
like
for an
you're done.
SUV.
Yeah, it actually smells really good even with us in it.
That's my cologne.
I have Donnie's 60-inch wingspan in between me. And
Wait, you got 3 people in there?
and still, we there yet? Still plenty of room.
First of all, the glass roof is amazing.
Isn't it?
I'm not even going to bring up the fact of payload because you guys are going to take it into a dark direction.
19 to the 22. No, for the size, not bad.
This has been David Zaritsky and Nolan from Land Rover, and we'll see you real soon. Take care. Thanks for watching this episode. If you want to be up on the latest from the Bond experience, just click on this subscribe and subscribe to our channel. You're going to get all the latest and greatest information, plus some exclusive content. And by the way, speaking of content, here's something especially for you, just because we know you. Talk to you soon.